The urban archery season is a very important tool for cities, municipalities, and homeowners associations that the Division of Natural Resources has to help control those deer populations within the cities, within the homeowners associations, basically to try to control that deer population. So a hunter must ask their city, and we typically refer them to the city manager's office to ask them if they're going to have a city hunt. The DNR have very broad rules, and the city can make those rules more narrow and help define those rules on a location to help best suit its citizens. The primary way we control deer populations is through the harvest of antlerless deer, and we do that through the antlerless regulations, and that is primarily with a firearm. Now, when you're in a city location, homeowners around houses and things like that, you can't a lot of times fire those guns safely. So that was when the urban archery season was developed. The urban archery season allows for hunters to kill up to 7 deer. Only 2 of them can be a buck, and the first one must be a doe. So that really forces the hunters to shoot the doe and help to control the populations. And when I say doe, I mean antlerless deer. By allowing these hunters to come in and harvest these antlerless deer, that helps to really control that population. It's proved very, very effective. Those 7 deer do not count against the hunter's annual bag limit. So they are in addition to what a hunter can normally harvest outside of those urban archery situations. Whenever anybody calls us, the DNR, whenever we answer questions, we tell them that they need to contact those city offices. But they can have archery requirements that you must be so proficient to be able to shoot. They may have you test to shoot. They may have you only shoot from an elevated position, which means you have to shoot from a tree stand where the arrow goes directly into the ground. Some cities may have a land requirement where you must have 5 continuous acres, or they may have a lottery system where you're put in for a lottery and you're drawn on that area. Around the state, each of the cities and municipalities and homeowner associations do it a little bit differently. The best thing to do is, if you're interested, is to contact those individual areas and number 1, see if they have signed up for an urban hunt, and number 2, how are you able to get into one of those locations. These hunts are very, very popular. Number 1, they come in 3 weeks before the normal archery season. This year in 2020, the archery season comes in on September 26th. So that means the urban archery season comes in on September the 5th. It's a really quick hunt. You don't have to get all your gear together and go to camp. You may be at work, you may be at home, and then you could run over and get into a tree stand that's not very far from your house. To participate in the urban archery season, you still have to have a hunting license. You have to have your base hunting license, and you can directly see the impact that you have on that population and trying to help out those specific landowners, or to lowering the deer vehicle collisions within a specific city limits. And this has proved to be a very, very effective way to control these populations in these cities and homeowners associations. The urban archery season will be extended into late January of 2021. We really encourage hunters to look those dates up in their hunting regulations that are available on the WVDNR website.